Okay, so going live real quick. I'm at Athletic Republic. All the kids are out there working out. Um, Couple things I want to talk about. One is Leap Fest. So a lot of people right now are signing up, which is good. I think we're close to 65 or 70 athletes. So that's great. When it comes to the horizontal jumps, there is about space for 180 total jumpers. Um, so what I'm trying to get at is sign up sooner. If you know that you're going to be doing it, then make that decision now, sooner or later. The price goes up if you guys choose to wait a little bit longer. Um, so that's one piece of it. I'm also working on, for you guys who are post collegiate or pro, I'm working on getting you guys a great field of competition. So it's important that you got, like, I know how you guys work, right? You want to compete with competitive athletes. So with that being said, you're not going to sign up until those competitive athletes sign up. But you're not going to sign up because those athletes haven't signed up, if that makes sense. So let me know if you're interested in coming. I'll tell you what the facilities look like. I'll tell you what we have to offer and things like that. And then you can make your decision from there. I already have obviously Ryan Sanders is going to be back, and he's a 16-meter triple jumper. We also have Laura Pantu, might be saying her name wrong. She's a 6-meter 20 long jumper. And so we're just keeping that build. I've also had some interest from other athletes at the pro level from across the U.S., and now it's just kind of bringing everyone together. So if you're interested, let me know, and I'll get that going for you guys. Also, for those who are in pole vault, I talked to a great connection in the pole vault with understanding how the pole vault community works, what they're looking for. As of right now, I'm not going to have 2 runways for the pole vault, mainly because of this meet is a showcase meet. It's not specifically for competition specifically. It's for showcasing. So yes, obviously, if I have 2 pits, it's great because we have a great competition, have a lot of jumpers go through, but it's more about showcasing your talent. Now, you don't really have to be, what's going on, Coach Wayne? You don't have to have all these jumps and attempts. It's more about, it's January 4th. It's just being seen by the coaches that are there. So if there are, let's say, 60 total pole vaulters that can be entered in, then it's going to be 60 and that's it. But those 60 are going to be seen by the college coaches that are there. And as of right now, I think there's 8 registered coaches in it. And, most of the coaches are working their way in it. So that's that part of it. High jump competition is still kind of wide open, but again, I've been getting messages from coaches that have high jump groups that are saying, hey, I'm bringing all 18 of my athletes. Or what's going on, Victor? Also, another school in the area that is going to be bringing 10, 15 jumpers. So the issue with that is I haven't even registered my athletes for my club team. So what that means is if we're at 60 already, then I add in my 20 to 30 kids, then the other school adds in their 18, then we're looking at a very small amount. And the issue is this year I was granted access to be able to extend the event a couple hours, but I'm only going to extend the hours once we're at capacity. So right now we're about little less than half, about 40% full for the horizontal jumps. And then for pole vaults, if we're only doing 60 total, then we're like not even close to full yet, but that'll be done pretty soon. And then high jumps open. So it's important you guys get that done. Good question. All right, so are NCAA athletes allowed to sign up for this? You can, as long as you are competing as unattached. So everyone is their affiliate as unattached, but I still want you to make sure that you go through your coaches to get clearance, just to make sure. Because sometimes, like with junior college, it may count towards their actual season, and you only get so many track meets for the season. So it's important that you guys follow those rules. However, for the most part, everybody's going to be fine, and I'm making sure by having the USATF run the event. It is a sanctioned event, so all your marks do count, and it's registered as an indoor-outdoor event, so that's a huge piece. But yes, make sure that I'm doing my end of how to make it right for all the athletes, but you do on your side about just double checking to make sure that you're not. I do know that a lot of athletes, their coaches have them set up on a certain schedule. If you're already at the university you want to go to, don't worry about coming to the meet to compete. Come to the meet just to support and be a part of it. It's also important that those who are competing, bring your friends, family to come support you and watch you, mainly because I'm bringing vendors. The vendors are going to be bringing games and events and things to do, and they're coming to get exposure, and I'm going to introduce you guys to these vendors very soon. Also, the club teams that are coming. Yeah, so just bring people with you. Obviously, if you're coming from out of state, it kind of is what it is. But we're going to have food, we're going to have festivities, all those things. And the more people that come, the better. And it actually brings more vendors to be a part of it. So I've been on the phones. I'm here in front of the computer, right, trying to get just more sponsors, more vendors, more people involved, because the goal is to have about 3,000 people. And if it's 3,000 people, imagine the environment that's going to be there when you have 3,000 people that are feet away from you. So creating that type of vibe at an event is something you can't really duplicate unless you're at these national meets and so on. And obviously, if we have 3,000 people, I can promise you big names are not going to want to just come. They're going to want to compete. And if we're bringing in, 13, even 14-meter triple jumper girls and 25-foot plus long jumper guys, it'll be kind of fun to see them compete, and by setting up that event. So that's it with Leap Fest for now. Make sure that you guys are tuned in to Leap Fest 2020. That's the Instagram handle. And also, I've been posting more on my YouTube. It's been a while with all that stuff, but now I'm working on trying to do 3 to 4 posts per week. It's going to be a pep talk. It's going to be deconstructed, and then whatever other topics that are within our jumps community, we jump in sand. I'm going to kind of articulate what I think we should be doing or adjusting in that class or that group. And then the last thing I'm going to do is just spam you guys, right? Because I'm giving away a lot of this free content, free knowledge that you guys are taking and utilizing and seeing a lot of great results with. To monetize it, I'm going to be offering and soliciting some things, right? And it's instead of putting commercials in my videos, I'm going to literally have a commercial. So to end this conversation, I'm going to add in this commercial. So some of you guys are trying to connect yourself with college coaches. And let's say I'm a junior and I'm looking at colleges. What do I do? How do I communicate with them? How do I build exposure around myself so I can be seen? Well, I put together a course. I already put together a beta version of it to kind of get a feel for it. And the feedback that I got was that I had it priced really, really, really high, because I was going off of the competitors' prices. But I'm going to come out with the price in a second. But basically, there are 3 different courses within this crash course. The first one is identifying who you are as an athlete and what your preferences are when it comes to coaching styles, and also when it comes to the type of school you want to go to. So let's just say I have the dream of going Division I. That's great. Well, am I a person that really thinks of track and field as a business, or more just get out there, have fun, do the best I can? Well, if I'm choosing a top tier, big name school, it's more of a business. And if I'm not really that die-hard of a track and field athlete, then that may not be my fit. Or what if I want to go to a school that has a great educational system, that has a good team? Well, what schools are those, right? Or if I'm just the average person and I can maybe make it to Division I, but I had the opportunity to get a full scholarship with NAIA. well, what NAIA schools are out there? Where are they? Like, how do I contact them? I go through identifying all these things. The next part is I teach you guys literally how through your phone to create a highlight film for yourself, how to create a highlight tape. And it helps you get exposure by coaches seeing you and putting and showcasing your highlights and all those things. The last thing is once you have identified what school you want to go to, and then you have your highlight tape, how do you communicate and convey your message to coaches of, I want to go to your school? I go through not only just how to reach out, but how to communicate with them, how to talk to them, ways to email, what to say in your email, and then from there, once you're on the phone with them, how to set up scheduling when it comes to phone call conversations, when it comes to school visits, and then ultimately how to negotiate a potential scholarship. So that whole piece is in this course, and it's pretty cool. So I'm going to roll that link out on my website. It's not up yet, but the price, information, all that stuff is going to be on KeinanBriggs.com, and it's going to be a great piece. And I've had a lot of athletes that have utilized the service, and they've seen a lot. Like I have a couple athletes that are at a school right now, and they're the highest paid scholarship athlete when there's about 4 or 5 other athletes that are just as good as they are, but they're the highest paid because of that negotiation skill. Or simply learn how to negotiate a sliding scale. So for example, let's say one school says, if you jump this, you get 30%. Well, then you can negotiate, well, if I jump this, will that incorporate another 10, 15, 20%? And if you know how to do that, then you're in a really, really good place. So that's that college exposure crash course program that's going to be released maybe tomorrow or early next week, but it'll be on KeinanBriggs.com. And then again, if you haven't joined the group yet, We Jump in Sand. It's a Facebook group. We Jump the letter N Sand. Join it. You can submit your videos in there. You're going to have a bunch of people from coaches all the way down to your peers that can watch your videos, give you feedback, and any questions you have, you can be a part of that community. Right now, we're close to about 1,000 people in there, and my goal is to grow that to as big as possible. And yeah, so if you have any questions, reply, DM, send me an email, info@KeinanBriggs.com, and let's get ready for this great season. But for those who are going to do Leap Fest, make sure you simply sign up. And if you're unsure about signing up yet, simply share it. Put the actual images or whatever onto your story. Let people know about it, and let's have some fun. All right, till next time.